Let's go. Let's go. Organic marketing plus paid advertisement, paid traffic, organic marketing, organic strategies, along with paid traffic. Look, it got me a 10X ROI. Like, I don't know what anybody else doing, but combining with the right strategy, right, and automating organic strategies, right, along with paid traffic. Look, it got me a 10X ROI, and I'm gonna break this down. Welcome to the Empower Your Fitness Empire YouTube channel. All right, online coaches, health coaches, fitness coaches, nutrition coaches. If you are a health and fitness professional and you have goals of taking your business to 100,000 and 200,000 and beyond that, you want to tap in right now, guys. Appreciate the love, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. Look, if y'all come in, if you're watching the live or if you're watching the replay, look, share this with another health and fitness professional that needs to see this and needs to hear this. All right. Now, look, I'm gonna give y'all the two things, right, that you should be that I recommend that you prioritize. All right. Like right now, if you're looking to get a similar, return on your investment, 10x, right? Like when people think about like paid traffic, most people are getting things like a 3x or a 4x. 5x is like really, really good. I mean, people get beyond 10x, right? But not a lot of people though. Not a lot of people. Okay, not a lot of people. It's because, and I'm gonna talk about the main reason why. All right, but look, like, so when I operate in my business, right, I have a daily objective. Okay, and I didn't always have this daily objective, right? But this helps me at the stage that I'm at, and you got to recognize like the stage that you're at in your business right now, like the season and the stage that you're at right now in your life and in your business, right? Like how you make decisions and how you move should be based on that. All right. So as of right now, I'm speaking from, my current situation, my perspective, right? And I'm just going to give you guys some gems, and then of course you can make the best decision for you and your business, right? But this is how I operate now, right? So my daily objective is like, listen, before I do anything, I remind myself, like, this is when it comes to building our business and scaling our business, right? This is how I think. What is the best way, right? And when I think like the best way, I'm talking about like highest quality, most targeted, right? What is the best way and the cheapest way to allow complete strangers, okay, complete strangers who fit the avatar of my ideal customer, how can they become aware of who I am and what I offer every single day? Right? Every single day, right? And that's just one way that I make an impact on social media, right? So what I would recommend is that you come up with a daily objective, right? So that you can be like super specific with the type of results you want inside of your business at the end of the day. So when you do your end of day report, if it's by yourself or if you got a team member, right? At the top of the day, you need a daily objective, right? And this is the thing. This is what I want to talk to y'all about, right? Like, it's not that like my daily objective is not to get on social media and put on a show. My daily objective is not to get on social media so I can go viral, right? That's not my daily objective. You get what I'm saying? And like what I see now is, there a lot of people in the health and fitness industry, right? Like when they focus so much on like reels and like short form content, like that's the top priority, right? And they haven't even hit 100K yet, and that's your top priority, right? Because honestly, it's a lot of like coaches that are just telling fitness coaches and trainers and health coaches like, oh, just put out more content, right? Just put out more content. I'm not sure why they tell y'all that, right? At the stage that you at in your business, if you ain't hit 100K yet, and they're telling you to prioritize and put out more content, right? One, like that's just like the surface level. That's like level one. Like, of course, you want to put out content, right? Of course you want to do that, but it's but that's like just the surface, the very like beginning level and surface level of you trying to get to 100K or $200,000, every single year inside of your business, right? And one, if that's where you put in most of your energy, then you think that's so time consuming, and now it's not sustainable, right? And the last thing you want to do is have a couple good months, right? And then you can't sustain it. Because who's creating the content, right? Who, has to do all of this work when it comes to the content? Like you do. And it's a very dangerous way because you're keeping everything right on this platform. You want to keep everything. You got a business. So if Instagram shut down, answer this question. If Instagram was to shut down right now, would you still have a reliable way on how to get complete strangers, right, in front of who you are and what you offer? If so, then you need to reevaluate how you operate your business. Okay. So when I say like organic strategies, right? Organic does not mean just on Instagram. We talking about off of Instagram as well. Okay. But we're gonna come full circle with this, and I'm gonna tell y'all how like I got a 10X ROI on this. All right. Hope y'all following me. All right. So you could spend, much time on creating reels that bring people like to your warm audience, which is cool. And like your warm audience, look, they'll buy what you offer, even if your offer isn't good. Right. But what I want to help you become aware of is like that's changing. Right. Like as the recession is coming, like people are getting really, really tight with how they spend their money. Right, they getting really, really tight on the type of coach or the type of trainer that they work with when it comes to their health and fitness. Right, it's going to be other coaches out here that are saying, hey, like we can help you and we can help you get this specific result and we guarantee you the result. And then you over here offering, oh, I can help you change your lifestyle and reach abundance in your life. Right, like. People ain't buying that shit no more, especially as the recession is coming. You have to have a transformational offer that makes it clear on the problem that you solve for the person. So my question to you is, right, like what is your daily objective for your business in this season, in the season that you at right now? What is the daily objective for your business? Now, look, if it's to impact the lives of your clients, and you want to find the best way, the cheapest way, right, to get in front of strangers who fit the ideal avatar of your person. Man, appreciate that. I think, hold on. All right, we gonna look. Forget this mic. All right. I appreciate. Hey, good looking, D'Angelo. Good looking, Brina. We just gonna. Can y'all hear me now? Give me some hearts or give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, bet. All right, so look. If this is if you're the type of person where you want to impact like your clients and you want to show up on social media and you want to show up on social media and off social media, you want to get like who you are, what you do, right? And the offer that you help, your specific ideal customer achieve, right? Like, then this is for you. All right. So what I want to do is, so check this out, right? If that's you, I'm gonna break down the two things that you should prioritize in order to do. In order to, and let me point this out too. In order to do $100,000 or $200,000, right, or beyond during a recession, most people think that they got to do more shit, right? And honestly, like you don't. You just have to make room for the couple things that you actually need to do. Some of y'all got so much on your plate right now. Like the things that you should be prioritizing, you don't even have any room to bring that on board. Some of y'all don't even have any room to, you don't have the mental capacity, right? You don't have the emotional capacity, the leadership capacity to even bring on a team to help you do these things, right? Talk about you wanna be a multi-six-figure fitness business owner. but do you have the capacity to bring these things on? So a lot of the stuff you got to get rid of, right? So make the commitment to do what you need to do, right, in order to hit your goals. And most of the time it's getting rid of shit before you can add something. And you might got to get rid of 10 to 12 things and just add like 2 to 3. Okay. Simplify it. The way that you get to start making that much money is by simplifying your life and simplifying your business so that you can focus more on the important decisions. Because right now, if y'all watching the live or you watching the replay, the important decisions you're probably delaying. And the decisions that you're so comfortable with making, those are the decisions that you're making every single day, and it's not moving the needle. Whereas we can get rid of all of those decisions and let me just make the big, 6-figure and multi-6-figure decisions, right? So cool. So I'm talking about the 2 things, all right? and when I talk about these 2 things, I'm gonna kind of break them down, right, into like their own categories, and I'm gonna explain why, okay? I'm gonna explain why, all right? So conversations. So when we talk about like organic conversations, organic strategy is geared by conversations. Okay. Conversations and conversations like this. These are the type of conversations, guys. DM conversations, long form content. DM conversations, long form content. And you guys gonna see how it's gonna make sense on why we got a 10x return on investment with this as the main priority, right? With this as the main priority, all right? So what a really good offer, always paying attention to the market, where things are in the industry that you're in, what people want, what people don't want, and being able to pivot when the market pivots, right? So every time the market pivot, we pivot. Right? We not hard-headed like, man, forget what the market talking about. Look, the people want it, cool. We're gonna give the people what they want and make sure that the offer is irresistible, right? Because we know that if I'm talking to a complete stranger and they're in pain and I have the solution to their pain, they don't care too much about the type of lifestyle that I live, right? Like what I do in my spare time. It's like, can you fix my problem or not? That's how you convert cold traffic, right? A complete stranger, right? They in pain. You put your offer in front of them and let them know that you can fix their pain, period, right? Other than the other way where it's like, create a bunch of reels, show different parts of your life and things like that. And then they become super warm and now they buy from you just because they like you. And they may not even be ideal for your program. So then they come on board and now you got a nightmare client because they signed up with you for the wrong reasons. All right. So problem solving. 1, you in a recession, you can solve a problem, you will make money. And the problem that you solve, like the offer needs to support it. All right. I feel like I said that in another video, but I'm gonna say it again. Right. So conversations. So DM conversations, long form video, guys. Sound just went out. Oh my God. Boom. How about that? We good? Oh man. Oh man. We good now, right? We good. I hope we good. All right, cool. All right, bet. So we're really, really big on long form content on social media and off social media, right? On and off, right? So live video, really good form of long form content, right? And D'Angelo, you already know what I'm doing right now, bro. You already know what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking to y'all on live, and guess what else I'm doing? I'm recording it right here, right? So now me and my team, they're going to take this and they're going to chop it up. They're going to put it on my podcast. They're going to put it on my YouTube. So the people that have a problem, right, and they're aware of a problem, and we find them or they find us, right, when it's time for them to start making decisions, right, they want to consume your long form video. They want to consume your long form content. They probably going to Google you, all that good stuff. Google me, I'm all on there, right? But outside of that, it's not like they're going to my reels to watch 15 seconds to 30 seconds of my reels. I don't have $100 offer. I have a high ticket offer because I am solving a high level problem. So that person wants to have a dialogue with me before they get on a phone call with me and my team. The type of dialogue they want to have with me, it needs to be longer than 2 minutes, because the type of decisions that they're making is a whole lot different compared to if they're buying a $97 course or $100 or $200 course. Completely different, right? So targeted people in the DM, right, where we understand who our person is, right, and they find us, but we also find them, and we go to them and we start conversations with them every single day on multiple platforms: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, email, right? These are things that we're doing every single day, because we know that it's complete strangers out there with the problem that we fix. So it's my responsibility to find them, not to force them to do anything, just my responsibility to find them, engage with them, and put my offer in front of them, and then we can help them make a decision, right? So that's why that is top priority, is because when we can target our person, right, and go to have and start conversations with them and have conversations with them in the DM, right? And then on the back end, they're going to consume our long form content, and that's going to help them make a decision. Now, will everybody make a decision immediately? Absolutely not. This is why paid ads comes in. All right. This is where paid ads come in. Right. So we got conversations. All right. And then we got retargeting. So of course I have, right, I'll spend money on cold traffic, but the thing that works really, really well for us is going through that just funnel that I just told you, that I just broke down to y'all, right? Conversations, DM, and long form video, right? And then retargeting with retargeting ads. So this is what I mean by retargeting ads, right? If you guys not familiar with what retargeting ads are. So you can run an ad, right, in your ads manager, not the boost post and what you do like on Instagram, and add in the ads manager, right? Google it or YouTube it, all right? And instead of targeting cold people, strangers, based on interests and audiences and things like that, we create our own audience of only the people that have had conversations with us, targeted, the people that we already specifically targeted, handpicked people. These are people that we handpicked and decided to have a conversation with because they were ideal, right? So now we set up an ad that's going to retarget them on the back end, that's going to pretty much follow up, just get what we offer right back in front of them. Have any of y'all, if you're watching the live or if you're watching the replay, right, have you ever seen an ad from me? Right? This is why. All right. This is exactly why. Okay. So not just with retargeting ads, right, but also off the platform as well. SMS, conversations, text, SMS conversations, right? If somebody books a call with you, say they don't show up to the call, or say they needed to think about it after they had a call with you, what do you have in place to follow up with them? Do you have an actual strategy of following up with them, the right type of questions to answer, the right type of offers to offer them if they decide not to sign up with the call? All right. So SMS, along with SMS, well, I should have put email first, right? So email, all right, email as well. So you should always email, you should always have a list, and you should always be emailing your list every day, or at least 5 times a week, right? Okay, because when you have like this funnel that I'm talking about, and it's really, really targeted, and your targeted is dialed in, everybody that's on your email list is ideal. So all you have to do now is qualify them. Will everybody be qualified? Absolutely not. But it's your responsibility to show up consistently as a coach, right? And as a business owner, all right, to continue to follow up with them. And this is how you create like an omnipresence, right? With just this pool of people that you and your team have handpicked, instead of allowing Instagram, Meta, whoever you want to call them, instead of allowing them to do it for you. because you're going to know your person, even though they have so much data on us, right? Like the data is so fucking screwed up right now, right? They don't even recognize African Americans. They don't even recognize our face. They don't recognize us, right? So you and your team are going to do a way better job, right, of getting back in front of your specific targeted ideal person that you and your team engaged with and had a conversation with. Y'all gonna do a way better job than them, right? So yes, of course, setting up retargeting ads, and I'm talking about like really cheap, $25, $30 a day, less than $1,000 a month, right? And when you got to do the top part first. You got to do the conversations, and you got to have a long form and the conversations in the right funnel in place and the right offer, right? You got to have those things in place, right? Because the follow-up, you want to make sure that you're following up with the right people. If you're following up with the wrong people, then it ain't gonna work, right? So, but see, we found this out by, evaluating like my business and like, okay, cool. Like this is where we make most of our money. So we only spend majority of our time on this. Not much. We don't spend too much of our time on like reels, on like really like short reels. We did at a time, right? And it was okay, but it was like, if we want to consistently live by the daily objective that I have for the business, right? Then in this season, that is not a high priority. It's not top two. Number three, it is, but top two are these things right here. Conversations, retargeting, right? DM conversations, long form video, right? And follow up. That's simple. I'm gonna say that again. DM conversations, long form video, and follow up. One more time. DM conversations, long form video, and follow up. If you got a offer over $1,000 right now, right, and you're not having, enough. If you're not having at least 1,000 conversations a month, right, 2,000 really. If you're not having 2,000 conversations a month and you have no long form video, that's like it's like you're missing out on like 50% of revenue right now, simply because you don't have those two things. Like 50% of revenue, simply because you don't have those two things, right? I used to drive Lyft, right? So I used to drive Lyft. Like before, I started like making six figures in my fitness business, like I was driving Lyft, right? And I was driving Lyft because I needed to still, provide for my family while I was building my business. And I also still needed to invest to get in the right rooms and to get the right information, right? So it got to a point where, I'm kind of just fighting time. I'm driving Lyft. I'm spending like 5 to 7 hours a day driving Lyft. And at the same time, I'm gonna tie this back into what I was saying earlier. At the same time, I'm training clients in person and I'm doing online coaching, right? So after I'm done driving Lyft, now I have to train clients. I'm doing this in between driving Lyft. Now I have to train clients and I have to coach clients. So my goal, the first goal I had, was to stop driving Lyft. It was irritating. It was annoying, but I had to do it. So I'm like, I need to make a certain amount of money in order for me to stop driving Lyft, right? That's the first thing that I said to myself. And learn lesson, learn lesson, right? So because at the time I had no guarantee way. So like I was taking sales calls and I was taking consultations, but they wasn't coming in like that, right? They wasn't coming in. So I thought that, okay, I need to make a certain amount of money in order for me to stop driving Lyft. But the real question I needed to ask myself was, how can I make sure that I have consultations and calls every single week? Because for a week's worth of Lyft, it was like, I think it's like 30 hours in a week. I was making like $400 or like $500 a week. And at the time, like I didn't even really even have a high ticket offer when I was training in person and doing online coaching at the time, right? But still, like if I was to get one client, that was like $500, $700. So I'm like, yo, bro, if you can make sure that you have consultations and calls every single week, right? those 30 hours, you wouldn't even have to work 30 hours. If I was to make sure I had one consultation or one call every single day, 7 days a week for 1 hour, that's 7 hours. And if I was to close 1 or 2 people a week, I make more than what I would have made if I drove 30 hours a week with Lyft. That was a game changer for me. So I said, let me figure out how I can do that. And once I figure out how I can do that, I don't even need to start making a certain amount of money in order for me to start driving Lyft, because I'm going to get 30 hours back, right? I'm going to get 30 hours back, okay? And now every single week, I can make sure that I got consultations and I can make sure I got sales calls so that I can bring brand new revenue into my business. It was a game changer. So in everybody's situation is different, right? So I'm not saying like quit your job, or that's not what I'm saying, but it was just a different, mindset shift for me. So that's why I always talk about like fixing problems, right? Because like we have to be able to diagnose problems in our business and in our life, right? If we want to be able to fix big problems for our customers, fix big problems for our clients, right? So I was able to identify this, right? And then find a way to do it, right? Because I already knew how to do it, because I was throwing parties before it and I already had a system. So I was like, let's find a way where I can, duplicate that type of system, but with fitness clients, right? So it just needs to be one. It needs to be something that they actually want. Not just my time, not just, personal training with Harry, right? But they want like for me to fix a problem for them. So let me sell them that problem. Game changer for me. Stop driving Lyft. And I think like within like the first month, I doubled my revenue, then I tripled my revenue. Like the following month after that. And right. And now at that time, I was training, I was doing consultations, and I was doing calls. So I said, cool, how can I get some more of my time back? Let me stop training. So I hired a trainer to come in and do trainings for me. And I'm like, cool, while these trainings are going on, I'm going to do more of this thing that's getting me calls and consultations. So now while my trainer is training, I'm doing consultations or I'm taking calls. And it's just been, ball game from there. Okay. Ball game from there. Right. So, and the reason why I say that is because, like I was saying earlier, guys, like a lot of y'all be one of these goals. Y'all want to make 100,000, you want to make $250,000 a year in your business. But you have to remove shit from your business. You got to get rid of some offers. If you want an irresistible offer, those 5 offers that you have, get rid of them first. First, get rid of them. All right. Because it's probably out of all those 5 offers, you're probably only selling 1. So instead of having those 5 offers, why don't you just go all in on one and make it irresistible and make it so that it's something that you're really, really, really confident about. So anybody that comes your way, if you're doing sales calls, you're the person selling them. So you need to be confident. And people will always see if someone is confident or not, especially if it's somebody that they're, thinking about, following behind this person, allowing them to lead them. If you're getting in a relationship with somebody, you're going to pay attention to how they move. You're going to pay attention to how they make decisions, right? It's the same thing when these prospects are looking to work with you as a coach. It's the same thing. So if you have 5 different offers and you're not confident about any one of them, or the prospect can't tell which one you're confident in, you're probably not going to sell anybody that's a stranger. Now with warm traffic, you will, right? And sometimes if you don't have a good offer, most of the time, if you don't have a good offer, they're signing up with you for the wrong reasons, right? Does that make sense, guys? All right. I hope it does, man. So like just different things that I've just been, that I do in my life and in the past, in the present, just always gives me like a different perspective. So I like to just share that with y'all because like driving Lyft taught me so much. It taught me so much, right? Even though it was I had to like, put my pride aside when I had to do it in the beginning, but it taught me so much. It taught me so much about time. It taught me so much about like just time and just how to utilize time. A lot of people sometimes, like I used to think that oh, I have to work harder in order to make more money. But no, you don't. You have to work. And when people say work smarter, that term is thrown around a lot. But it's like, what the fuck does that even mean? And what it means is only give your time, only give your energy to the things that your business needs. That's it. And if it don't need it, don't give it to it. Right? Like, it's a lot of things. Like, when I evaluate like these different fitness businesses and health businesses, and I always see people giving their time to things that the business doesn't even need. It's only to feed that person's ego. That's a y'all might have to just replay that one back, right? But we've all been there. I've been there before too. We've all been there, but it's like, if we continue to do the same thing over and over, right, it is no longer a lesson. You're just being fucking hard-headed. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like to be a hard-headed CEO, man. I like to learn. I like to be a student, and I like to get better. Like, that's it. I want to get better. And I know if I'm getting better, the people that are following me, the people that I'm leading, they will get better too. So when we stop making things so much about us, like God will bless us in abundance, because y'all know, like I say all the time, like, he's just using us, man. He's just using us. You know what I'm saying? But you got to put yourself in the position, right, so that you are used wisely. A hard head make a soft behind. Yeah, dude, like 1000%. And it's so hard in the beginning, because a lot of these things we're so accustomed to doing. And a lot of the decisions and the actions that we take in our business, it's like, it's comfortable. Like, a lot of people are comfortable doing certain things. So it's like, oh, now it's time for you to do this. And it's like, dang, I know I need to do it, but it's so uncomfortable. Growth. You do it if you want to grow. If you don't want to grow, cool, don't do it. But just be okay with not growing. Don't say you want to grow, and then when it's time to do the thing to grow, you don't want to do it. We gotta start having conversations with ourselves and just being real. Like, do I really want this or do I not? And it's okay if you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's things that, like, I had conversations with myself, like, do I really want this? And I'm like, nah, I really don't. Like, they remind me of bodybuilding when it's time for like a refeed day. And I'm like, bro, do I really want this burger and fries? I really don't. Fuck this burger and fries. I'm gonna just eat more rice. I'm gonna just go get the chicken and rice, and I'm gonna just do the triple rice. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go to Chipotle and tell them hold the sauce or hold the red sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything comes down to like decisions, man. That's why y'all hear me like talk about decision making all the time, because that's what it overall comes down to. Is how we make decisions, and what type of energy is behind that decision too. It's not saying that we always have to make the right decisions, like, absolutely not. But what energy was behind that decision that you made? Was it fear behind it? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it, if it was, as long as it's faith behind that decision, like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool if I made the wrong decision, as long as it was faith behind it. But I don't like to make decisions based on like, or lack thereof, based on like fear. Like, fuck that. Because that means that I'm afraid to learn the lesson that's behind this decision. Cool, let's do it. And then I'll live with whatever the result is, but I'm going to learn. We win either way. You either get closer, you either, move forward and you progress, or there's a lesson to be learned that's going to prepare you. They're going to actually prepare you, so when you do progress, you're actually prepared for the next level. Because a lot of y'all want to prepare to the next level, but you want to progress to the next level, but you're not even prepared. You're not mentally prepared. You're not emotionally prepared. You're not spiritually prepared. You ain't financially prepared. Y'all, we got to start. We got to high ticket conversations, man. We got to have these high ticket conversations with ourselves too. Like, real talk. Cool. So I'm going to recap, right? All right. Conversations, DM conversations, all right, in long form video. And why I put long form video in conversations, right, is because like when you're when you have the right format, let me tell you that, when you have the right format of how to navigate a podcast, how to navigate a live video, or how to navigate a long form piece of YouTube video, right? Like you're actually having conversations with your audience. The person that's watching, they feel like they're sitting and they're watching you, or they're riding in their car and they're listening to you, right? And that is a conversation. You're just leveraging your intellectual property, utilizing things like freaking social media, right? So it's still a conversation. You're just leveraging your intellectual property. Okay. So DM conversations and long form video, and then retargeting. Retargeting ads, like I said, specifically getting back in front of the people that you had conversations with in the DM and the people that consume your long form content. Boom. There's definitely a way to do it on on Facebook, right? In the ads manager. I do it all the time. I got retargeting ads going right now, right? So if you watch this live video, right, within the next, minute or hour, or maybe tomorrow, you're going to see a retargeting ad from me in the story on your news feed. Boom, right? Also, when you start getting on phone calls, everybody's not going to sign up. It's cool. Do you have an actual strategy of following up with them via SMS? When a prospect becomes a lead, right? And they go to, watch some long form video from you. What are you doing via email? Are they getting emails from you? Are you redirecting them back to the main, long form video that they actually need to watch? VSL, right? Not sure. So I've seen some of my clients on here. Y'all know what a VSL is, right? But that a VSL is either 2 minutes. Nowadays, you want to have VSL like 2 to 7 minutes long. That's long form content, right? That ain't a reel. That's long form content, right? And via email in the first, goddamn it, 7 to 14 days, right? People get distracted. People have lives, especially if you helping, busy moms or busy dads or career driven, individuals or entrepreneurs. They busy, right? That's probably one of the objectives that you get. Oh, I don't have time. I'm so busy to achieve my health and fitness goals, right? So you have to have things on the back end that can get right back in front of them consistently. And now you've built an omnipresence with your ideal clients that you've created this, small pool of people with. And that small pool eventually is going to grow into a big pool. And every single day you need to be adding people to that pool. And then you just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You get people on the front end, you get people on the back end. And that's it. You can literally get to $150,000 in a year by doing that. But that's it. Right? Like staying focused with that, not getting distracted by shiny object syndrome, not trying to do this webinar funnel and this type of funnel and that type of funnel and this type. Like that's how people get distracted, right? Because how you get to, multi six figures is by getting good at actually doing the work, getting those things that I just mentioned, having conversations, long form video, right? Retargeting ads, right? You actually don't even honestly, you can do it without the retargeting ads. I just like to kind of speed up the process to create a really good omnipresence for my brand when I'm speaking to my ideal clients. But SMS and email is good, right? But setting it up like that with the retargeting ads, like $200,000 to $50,000 a year, like most definitely. But it's gonna be boring as fuck. It's not always going to be fun. And that's the thing. And it's like, so what? The other time and the other energy that you have, instead of, putting it towards like these other, unnecessary things in your business, how about you spend that with your spouse, spend that with your kids, travel, enjoy your life outside of your business. Why do you feel like you gotta always be doing something in the business? No, you only need to do what the business requires you and your team to do. Outside of that, enjoy your fucking life. You feel me? Cool. Now, look, if you're watching the replay or watching it live, if you need help with this, look, me and my team, we literally help y'all set this up. We set it up for y'all, all the systems, all the automations, all the integrations, the funnels, all the tech stuff. right? We take all of that off your hands. And when it comes to this lead generating organic strategy, right, we insert VAs, we train them up to be appointment setters so that they can do this on your behalf. When it comes to the retargeting ads, me and my team, we come in there, we set them up for you. We show you the right type of offer that it needs to go to, what you should be saying in the video. And we set it up for you and run and let you know what the budget is, and we teach you how to manage it. If this is something that you need help with, just message me the word ready. I got a 6-minute demo. All right, that I can give you access to 6-minute demo. Message me the word ready, right? You can check out that 6-minute demo. After you're done checking it out, look, if you're somebody you want to get, and this is a high priority to you right now, right? And you're looking to get help with it and have me and my team come on board and we do this for you and help you scale this to 6 figures or multi-6 figures, then we could talk about what that looks like. Cool.